Okay, so here's a quick tutorial on how to make nut milk. I'm choosing to use walnuts. These walnuts have been sitting in a jar with water. I'm doing 2 cups of walnuts. You can do how much ever milk you want to make. So for every cup of nuts that you make, you want to have 1 cup of water in here. I let these soak in water in the refrigerator in a mason jar for about anywhere from 12 to 18 hours. I like mine to soak a little bit more. After they soak, you take them out of the refrigerator and then strain the water and rinse them. Get that water, you don't want to use that water that's been sitting in. Put fresh water in here, 2 cups of water, 2 cups of walnuts. I'm going to make a little bit of noise for a second. Now I'm going to take my mixture and pour it into a nut bag. So go here. Okay. And another thing that I did when I put the water and the walnuts in the mason jar in the fridge was I did a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Obviously, if you're using less nuts, you want to do less salt, but I like to salt up, spice it up a little bit, because the salt and sugar mixed together combined just really brings out the flavor in the nuts. So I'm going to give this a really good squeeze. It's good to have a man on hand in the house because he can really use that forearm strength that women don't have. And this has yielded about 2 cups of milk. I'm going to actually have Austin squeeze some more out of there for me. Here, let me rinse my hands really quick. So I take my little carafe that I'm going to use. This is my carafe that I'm going to store in the fridge. I've put 3 cups of water in here. You use 3 cups of water for every cup of nuts. So I've used 2 cups of nuts, so I'm going to have to double my recipe. So I'm going to have to add a little bit more water in here. But I may end up just making a little bit more thicker and richer this time. So in I go. Yeah, because I'm going to run out of room here at the top. Who knows? A little bit more nuts. It actually could really amp up the flavor and the texture a little bit more. I'm going to use maple syrup. I like to just pour the maple syrup in for taste. I usually start with 1 or 2 tablespoons, and usually that's enough. Sometimes I've over-sweetened it, so I would start with 1 tablespoon because maple syrup is so many more times sweeter than regular table sugar. So just be careful. A little goes a long way. You might want to add some more salt. Vanilla extract is good, a teaspoon at least, up to maybe a tablespoon, just depending on how much flavor you want. And even maybe some cinnamon sticks. If you want to add, you throw a couple cinnamon sticks in here to give a nice cinnamon flavor. All right.